Can we all please put our hands together and give a big round of applause for yourself and for all the great things that you've been doing? And we will now do the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Everybody, please, thank you. Okay, you ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. She just threw a fucking shit. And to the republic in which I stand, I promise to make it fair. I know that everyone has been disappointed, yeah, in what the fuck they're fucking at. Okay, so on actually a city official website, it looks as though the the community, the county team, um, the fucking sober people, the ones that pass the background checks, those ones, they work at the DSHS office, or maybe they don't. Well, I don't know where they go, but they're the ones that authorize and pass background checks. Guess what? All over this damn fucking thing, they are ranting, finally fucking about something that fucking at least matters. My hometown has a literal county page where people talk 24/7, and I shit you not, I'm waiting yet to this day for something positive. I have never in my life, I don't think, seen more people gossip than I fucking read every day on here. But everybody wants to actually talk today about, actually started yesterday. They want to talk to the community finally about the shit that's going on. The people that are in the middle, the background check passers, are wondering why in the fuck shit is acting the way that it is. They don't think it makes sense either. So they're actually trying to put something together to try to fucking actually do something, take a stand against our leaders, That's what we've been talking about for the last month, and it was very difficult for me not to write a million things. I wanted to write anything from fucking step the fuck aside, like we got it handled. I wanted to write fucking, we fucking, literally, for one, when it comes to that county, there's so many things that I could say and write. Go lay down, honey. Literally, the thing that's interesting about people who were like me at one time, or I was like them at one time, is that you always are going to think that you are obviously better than anybody who's been through drugs or loss or addiction, shit like that. Toxic relationships, you're going to assume that you're better. Because that's what anybody would do. Like, everyone that hasn't went through something actually believes that they would handle it in a certain way if they were to, and they also claim that they would never. So there's a lot of claiming going on, and there's no connection whatsoever with the reality of what is going on when it comes to their end of the stick. People who are a sober person and have no experience in the dark world, they literally have no experience, plain and simple. You can read any textbook that you want. You can be the straight A student. I was going to law school. I was going to be a lawyer. So next thing you know, I was legit in an Astro van and fucking pregnant and fucking running away from home. So it's that quick, dude. That fucking quick, dude. That one person that says something fucking that just seems to really, I couldn't explain it with mine. Mine was my baby daddy. He just like randomly hit on me out of nowhere after knowing him for a while, and the way that he I got these feelings that surged through my whole body that I could not explain when he fucking told me that he liked me. And I had been talking to him for months, and we worked together. We opened up McDonald's every morning together, and I had no fucking clue. I literally had no clue that he was actually crushing on me all that time. So for me, since him and before him, nobody, and I was with my son's dad for 4 years when he told me that. He felt like that. And more power through the heart and the body, that in that moment when he told me that, than I'd ever felt for my 4-year relationship prior. And I've never felt like that since. And so, you don't actually fucking, at the end of the day, you don't have a damn clue, to be honest. We don't have a fucking, James was not my type, not my size of man. I was talking to the fucking dude, literally on my 10-minute race, about leaving Tori. I wouldn't have done that if I knew anybody had a crush on what the fuck. Like, literally, that is actually when things happen, by the way, is when you're truly authentic and synchronicity is at play. Was it completely synchronicity and authenticity? No, because James knew he liked me. And so that's where you're just like gonna look at these things and think like, you know what, at the end of the day, bro, I don't care what the fuck you go through. I've went through 4 deaths now, starting from 14 to 30s to 35. Those are the death ranges that I've dealt with. That's how old I was when I went through them, basically. But I've had literally like 3 different dead bodies in my head. And I'll tell you what, every single breakup is just like every single fucking death, and every fucking job and every fucking day is a little bit different. That's just the truth. I did not handle any death the same way. And I've also been somebody who's been very aware of those things. I've been aware the whole time that I was wrong as fuck, judgmental as fuck. I've been accountable for the fact, like I'm doing right now, saying straight up, like, bro, like I was wrong. I said everything that I did not do. I said I would never do it. I said this is how they should quit it. I said what piece of shits they were for being involved in it. I had no fucking idea what I was talking about. I didn't know shit about nothing that I was talking about. I literally was practicing fucking coming from a fucking Bible of religion that is Christian that I'm not. I have a huge history with fucking the Mormons in my family, and I'm not that either. I literally fucking, you know, when we actually don't have a clear mind or respect in general for at least ourselves, like anytime you're feeling just like out of your alignment or upset or achy around anything or anyone or in any place, like you're not going to be able to really make the type of decision that you would make if you were. And I just think that's just such a cool thing that you can really just always have inside of you as a compass to really know when to make your moves. And I didn't speak on this website because, you know what, there's a million things you could do wrong. I mean, what am I doing sitting there talking about anything? For one, I don't know anything about what I would be. I don't want to even like fucking participate. And the one thing that actually came to my mind that I would have wrote was real killers moving silent, bitch. But you don't want to go on to the city officials fucking shit and actually start fucking bringing attention to your own self. And so I just chose to say nothing. Real killers do move in silence. And you know what? I almost ask questions like, because they want to know who the fuck's going. You know, it's funny that we were talking about me running for president, dude. And you know what is interesting about this town? Not that people, I don't think we need to do research on anything that we're about to do. If we're going to do this, if we're going to actually take over, it's going to take research. There are laws, there are regulations, and we aren't going to just be able to fucking roll in and just do what we want. Everyone knows that an evil person will pull up and target anything from our type of people, and they will fucking put it on the forefront. And we already saw what happened to Trump. They say one little medical fucking rumor, and the whole fucking town, the whole world literally fucking backed out on their own decision that they made about him. And then they're so down, they actually claim that he's the dumb one. You're like, you voted for him, and then you unvoted because you're an idiot, and now you want me to listen to your pieces of advice now. You're like, but yours didn't work then. But it was Trump's fault for grabbing a crotch in 1994? Or when was it? Nobody cares, bro. You know what? He's the happiest, too, out of everybody. Straight up. Look at how everybody else be supposedly fucking passing these fucking straight and narrow things. They're not happy. That is a big thing that I look up to, is happiness. And like, you know, one of the biggest reasons I don't follow many of the people that talk about all this shit is because they've never experienced it. I have. I've literally been, I'm directly in contact. I could literally pick up the phone right now and fucking call the cartel. Like, it's not even a fucking joke. So, I was just doing a fucking class last night saying straight up, bro, like, you don't have fucking issues in the dark world unless you fucking fuck somebody over. Facts. You got 4 levels. I never got to it last night, but there's 4 levels in the dark world. And you know this when you entered. When I call it the dark world is a place that you're going to get something that you can't tell other people you're getting. And it doesn't matter if it's sex, it doesn't matter if it's a fucking disc, and it's fucking 50 Shades Grey or fucking Harry Potter, and you're not supposed to be watching it because it's witchcraft and you're gonna sin and fucking go to hell if you watch Harry Potter. You know, it could be even like that. It doesn't matter. But you're going to the dark world today, or any fucking day, we all go to the dark world to access what? A hidden fucking temptation, desire. It's our thing. Our thing would be called your DOC, a drug of choice. Drug of choice are not just drugs. I have plenty of gamblers, sober friends. Those bitches are lame as fuck, dude. I would way rather fucking buy a drug than fucking give all my money to a machine, but that's just me. You know, I got friends that fucking invest into cars. Their addiction is fucking souping up their vehicles constantly. We got bitches that are addicted to beauty services. Facts. They cannot stop fucking wanting to stay young looking, that they never even enjoyed their youth. And literally, it's a shit show, bullshit ass lie. Like, I cannot even tell you how fucking pathetically sad I am for anybody who fucking pretends to be that white fucking Denali soccer mom. I briefly touched on this last night, but it's coming up again, and I'm not surprised. I have never known your man not to fuck you over, bro. They look gorgeous, right, with their platinum blonde hair. They're the mom that, if you haven't noticed, only shows up with the kid. Where is the dad? Have you guys noticed that? Literally, she's never with the dad. She don't go to the fucking grocery store with the dad. She's not ever walking into the salon with the dad. They don't come as a couple, guys. They don't. Not those two. I mean, in my head, if I had to take a vision of what this guy would be like, because I don't date guys like this, I would never I fucking definitely look good for my man when I feel like it. Like, I can pick up that you making me fucking chase you shit. And that's what those women do. Those women actually think they're with what, the popular guy school. They must feel like fucking, they must have homecoming queen. Get your ball away from me. They've got to have some kind of fucking dreamy eye fucking I'm with him homecoming shit queen shit. Like, I don't know if they work or not, but I'll tell you what, you gotta be a dumbass motherfucker to not fucking have noticed your man ain't ever with you anywhere you go. That you fucking, your skin looks like a leather fucking teepee bag because of literally not just fucking the tanning, but the amount of cover up they've pressed into their fucking fake tan too. Look at these women. They're the ones that have the platinum blonde hair, but this really tan looking face. That's actually just leather skin, dude. From all their salon services. They have a leather skin look. And then they get what they call fucking extensions and lashes and fucking cover up. And I mean, bro, I charged I fucking charged for 6 foils today, $115. I don't give a fuck, dude. You know what? I do all my own shit at home. If you're actually a real fucking OG, you're gonna be not spending money on that shit, in my opinion. You can if you want to. I would way rather buy tons of other things than a fucking $500-$600 beauty service every few months, 4 to 6 weeks. Yes, baby?
Why's the other one?
Huh?
Why's the other one?
Was it? I don't know. What did we eat?
Did you turn it on?
I don't remember I don't think so. Halo may have. Oh, she probably's gonna make her chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Love you. Do you need anything?
What?
You good?
Yeah.
That's my son. He's 18. Can't believe it. This is my buddy. Skylar's a Libra. My daughter's a Scorpio. And I have an Aries too. Twins. Actually, they live with my mom, to be honest. They're good kids. Very good kids. Following the path of another. See it? Exactly, guys. Your path is being redirected where it should be. You know that. I'll never forget the moments that helped me recognize the terrible fucking deep pain of the realizations that we did. I think I was 24 when my attachment, which was my mom. My mom's been controlling my life with respect to her, as much as I can say, my whole life. Until I literally put my foot down. And I'll tell you what, it was a fucking shit show when I did. But you know, I already looked at that matter. I thought when I was breaking up with boys, bro, this shit is not working out. And then he'd be like, oh, well, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do that? Who fucking cares, honestly, at this point? Because you're talking a year into it, 2 years into it. How many years have we spent in the wrong relationship? Like, we have. And, like, most of it, we knew the first month. Like, we knew, like, you know what? That's why I never got married. Because you know, literally when you know. Like, you're such a smart person that you may not have looked at it like this. You may have looked at it like that's your gut feeling, but no, that's your connection with your God, your higher power, dude. That every time you've gotten a weird feeling and fucking, it has been correct. Like that's you and God. Like you're the team. You and God are the team. And when you, that's what you're going through right now. A lot of you guys might be learning this, and this is a big lesson for you. It's just such a lesson. Like I remember after Martin died, I was so fucking sad, and I was fucked up, and I was laying on the floor, man, and I was getting the spins all the time, and my equilibrium was literally off, and I couldn't stop seeing his dead body everywhere. And oh my gosh, dude, it was really bad for me. I had to get better, you know. I had to focus, so much focus, dude, and I did not have any money. Zeke was fucking drunk in the backyard every day, which I guess I get now because I didn't drink when I was with Zeke. Now I do. So yes, when you take a couple shots, next thing you know, I don't know, I also want to light a bonfire. And that's another cool thing about experiences is that I did not relate to Zeke during that time, and I needed to leave him. And later, a few years, well, so me and Zeke broke up at 16, so it was in 2021 or 22 that I actually went to Florida for a teaching position, and also to Vegas for a convention. We go to Vegas for the teachers convention once a year, and it's just phenomenal experience. But this also year I got to go to Florida as well, and I just was able to just learn from a lot of really successful billionaires and learn about stocks and just learn about them, learn about their weaknesses, learn about mansions and chandeliers and apparently wearing jewelry and fucking royal blue manicures and fucking eating cookies in the bakery. So you go to the bakery and you're supposed to order a cookie and sit at the fucking table and eat it. Okay? Why the fuck we do that? Like, I don't see. And like, you're just like starting to like have all these realizations. For those of you who have actually been working, work is where you get skills, school, whatever you've been doing. You can't be successful if you have no social life. The social activity and at the pace or rate that you're going to interact with people is going to be a very big factor in how successful you are navigating your way through. We serve like 300 to 500 people easily a day when I teach, and that's where I've actually kind of gotten worse and worse over the years, probably about wanting to spend quality time with people even more so. Not that I think I ever did. So don't be too hard on yourself if like you feel like you don't really maybe want to engage, or maybe you think maybe people don't want to engage with you. Maybe you're like, I don't really know exactly how to engage with people. Me neither, dude, I realized. And I'm talking to you guys right now, but I love teaching about life skills and experiences because of the fucking anxiety that I was getting. And I was like, fuck, dude, like I don't feel good. I don't feel good, man. And then when I was with Edward, I'll tell you what, we had a soul. He was probably my karmic soulmate. Edward was definitely either my soul, like what do they say, or your twin flame, or fucking karmic, dude. It was one or the other, dude. Edward was different than other ones. Edward and James were the only two people I've ever dated that I fucking felt this powerful ass fucking connection to. And Edward actually in particular, I seen a picture of him on Facebook prior to ever meeting him. And in my head, I thought I knew him. And then he ended up being on a boat that I was working out on in the Bering Sea. I just seen him on the boat. And I was like, what the fuck is up with that, dude? It's just crazy. Sometimes you're going to get these feelings and you're going to get these weird fucking hairs up your ass to do things. Even if it does say, you know, run for council. But before you begin to do anything, you can do whatever it is that you get a calling to do. It is very important that you just do it. We don't need to be worrying about what any other people would say about what we would do if we got a calling, because all of them are supposedly Christian or Mormon. So based off of the shit they fucking follow in the Bibles that they read, that's exactly what happens to anybody. And all the people literally just wake up in the middle of the night. They all get spoken to in the night. I'll have to double check that, but apparently he comes to them personally in the night and he tells them to leave their fucking home, family, and just leave. That's what the Fool card here is, ironically. The Fool card is taking a leap of faith and jumping off a cliff in the picture. And the dude has one small bag that can maybe be the bag, like, size of a grocery bag, but it's smaller even. It's no bigger than a grocery bag or a fucking large, like, small little backpack, tiny one, like the kind the girls wear. Not even dudes, like the cute little backpacks. You know, it's a very small bag. And I'll tell you, I've done that. When I came up here, I came with nothing. I came with one small bag, and you know what that was? My daughter in my belly, and I was handcuffed. And I don't know. I don't really remember being nervous about staying, which is weird. You know, when we take leaps of faith, we just have to know what we're dealing with our own self as well. And sometimes in life, people can't actually do the job that they're there to do. Whether it's the mayor or fucking you and your husband or wife or, you know, sometimes shit's just not going to work out at that time in your life. And that's why I say to never fucking get comfortable thinking you know fucking anything. We do not fucking know shit, dude. Okay? Me today is a Terra that fucking interacted with all of the people I did today. So energy is a literal fucking, it's a connection. We're connected all through our energetic wave. And which, like, every time we're literally in anywhere, we're exchanging and passing and becoming different constantly. The more wise you become, the less rule, dude, there's like literally so little rules, it's unbelievable. Like, you're just gonna start to see, like, I don't know, I just got a vision of things floating, like as if we lost gravity and everything around us was just floating. And that's what I feel like. I just like felt like that is just an example of like the world, like really and how it is right now. And all this time, really, not only have we been given example and direction from honestly really negative people, that I'm sorry that that's what it really comes down to, but I don't really see that anybody in those older generations has respect for each other. They still don't have, many of them don't have accountability. They blame. They have no communication skills. They didn't educate themselves. They're not successful in anything in their life, which is their decision to say that. Their attitude shows it. These people show who the fuck they are each and every day when they ever bring up a conversation for fun to hurt somebody. You know, when they can't ever not be talking shit behind their back and fucking just for have a conversation, you know. People are always explaining their own selves. You are the one who needs to decipher and just be like, you're that and you're that. Like, there's nothing else that you can do better than be somebody who's just watching their own back at all times. You're just like elevating truly through your wisdom. In my opinion, knowledge is the best thing we can ever have. And it's free and it's available all the time. And something that I found was just, you know, I ended up not just going through what I said I never would and that I understood, and I didn't know nothing, bro, I'll tell you that. But one thing I did know in a moment full of nothing, and I'm talking nothing, I'm talking fucking apartments with no fucking power that we snuck into to be somewhere just to stay together. I mean, I'm talking just, you know what, one of my main feelings during that, what they call moments like that, for those of you who've went through a real hard time, is it's called a tower moment. It's called the dark night of the soul. Nobody uses those terms when they teach us or tell us how shitty we are. They actually just say, why don't you get better and shit like that. And you're going through literally the Eight of Swords or the Dark Night of the Soul or a tower moment, which is actually known to be the worst fucking possible thing that you could ever go through. Death would not feel worse than this. This is the worst. And you know, honestly, now that I realize that, nobody treated us kindly or respectfully. They took our business and our pain and they used it against us, truly. And they targeted us. And that's really what it comes down to. And they still don't seem to understand that the wiser we get, the more realizations that we have. It's very painful for us in our heart. And we weren't ever there to just be their biggest fan. We're not like that. That's They might. You know what? That's so silly. I'm hearing that that's what they think that we actually are doing is that we're idiots. You know, like those type of bitches that straight fucking are always like into their man even though he's cheating. Like, hey babe, and you're like, what a fucking idiot, dude. Like that's what I feel like this person sees us as. That's funny. That's hilarious. That makes more sense to me than a lot of other things. I was wondering like why in the actual fuck are they continuing to do shit after you're telling them straight up like you're like, I know what you're doing, don't do that shit. Like they will always keep doing it. It's because we've been accepting it and they actually see us as some kind of fucking literal fucking desperate idiot. That makes complete sense. Okay. Well, you know, honestly, that's going to be a lot easier to research and figure out how to correct. So, well, yeah, I would have never researched that because, like, I don't even have a man, and so I would have never thought you need to research how not to be your man's biggest fan. So why we're gonna research that is because um, if that's how they think, we think that's what they're going off of. So in order for us to know their next moves, what they think, and how they think, we have to study that subject. And you have to be knowing both ends. We're going to now go in and study, I'm just going to call it man's biggest fan. Or we'll call it man fan. And then I also wanted to study on this other thing. So we'll put a heart for relationships here. And then I'm going to put a star for this one. Because it's actually for the fucking America. I want to know who is the competition if we were running for mayor and shit. Or whatever. I don't even know anything about that shit. So. And why we're looking at the competition is because we're going to need to know their personality types. All the time. Anytime. That's what you do. If you're dealing with anyone, you're going to put it on your little to-do list. It's no rush. Because, you know, honestly, like, hopefully you just have your own space and you're like, fuck, dude, there's a whole book of you bitches. You're going to find yourself pretty much like becoming a literal fucking psychologist. Okay, that's what happens. You're going to start to enjoy. And it says that, in fact, that literal fucking light workers enjoy. No doubt. Like, it specifically states a light worker researches the human brain and body language. It says it researches everything that you may find yourself enjoying and that I have thoroughly enjoyed with all my heart. I've taken years worth of classes through my college stuff and just getting to be able to travel around and go to all these awesome training things all over the world. I've been to 39 free trips and I've just been blessed to be around so many wonderful mentors that honestly there's nobody that acts the same. You have such a big opportunity ahead of you, and a lot of you are going to actually be making bank with it for one. Yeah, world. You guys are going to get to travel, dude. I'm telling you, dude. And Peter, yep. Refreshing Oasis in the reverse because I've been saying the whole damn time, bro, nobody that ever disrespected us is coming where we're going. Like, and you know what? I will never not be there for people. But at this time, I'll tell you what. Until we learn how to ground people and place time between forgiving them, we don't need to worry about that. That's not something we're even at a step of worrying about. We don't need to worry about them, how we're going to help them, what we're going to do, because, you know, our problem is, just like they say, we could focus on a million things. Those people are so funny to sit there and tell us how fucked up we are and everybody else, all the shit they do. And that's just what we really just need to bring to their attention when they return back with wanting a favor or wanting to smile in your face and wanting to fucking act like it's a fucking joke. And it's not a joke, bro. Don't let anyone make what the fuck you take seriously a joke. It's so sick to see somebody smirk in a moment where you're dead ass serious, dude. And they do it often. And that smirks. When the smirk, dude, I'll tell you what, that is one way I have discovered at least three female, very, very, very dark enemies that were right next to me the whole time. Unfortunately, it's going to be your closest, it will be your family, more than likely a lot of times, guys. And they're sick, and they will do anything that you can possibly think of when it comes to the worst. And if anybody is having that shit done, Bro, I'm telling you right now, dude, there is no boundary to your pain they will want you to go through. From having your man with them personally to calling, taking, I mean, it's, you're, bro, it takes, okay, it is so difficult to go through this agonizing chapter that honestly, I ended up just not even being mad at my dad for not being able to have custody of us. Some people make it impossible for another person to enjoy life or anything they love. And the best thing that you can do, if that was something that you cared about not having done to you, is just you got to keep your personal shit personal. Um, because if you want to put it out there, you're more than welcome to. But there's always people truly listening. And if you're somebody who could be shattered easily or devastated to know that, you know, they might have taken whatever you said and turned it into this or that, you gotta just look back until the last time that you fucking had that shit happen to you and like, how did it make you feel on a scale from 1 to 10? Were you tripped the fuck out? Were you embarrassed? Let's just pretend like you told me something. I take it the wrong way. I go tell my whole salon on a blog even. I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing this fucking dumbass bitch, fucking dirt, what a weirdo. I do it a lot actually. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes they try to fucking play me back. And they try to say, you were rude. Don't, you know, I can't believe you talked to me like that. I was literally just trying to hang out. Like, I can't believe you're just being rude. You know you weren't. Literally, you're not. You're literally trying to fuck me. So shut the fuck up. And then that's why the fuck I get mad, just so you know. I don't need people fucking messaging me or sending me pictures I didn't ask for. Do I look like a fucking, like, just because I am a freak someday, like, yeah, I want to fucking, literally fucking, who doesn't? Who doesn't want to fuck? But to me, as a real woman who works hard every day and I work 10 fucking 14-hour days, like, I'm literally didn't even sleep last night. I fucking was blogging last night and I need to go to sleep tonight. I really enjoy working, 1000%. I love working so fucking much. The day goes and I'm like, bro, like, you needn't rest. I love working. I love my career. I love teaching. I love the salon. I love fucking blogging. I love fucking cleaning the house. I love doing yard work. I just literally love it. Like, it's crazy. So I'm lucky there. I couldn't imagine being a lazy bastard, dude, but no, why the fuck would any man, in my opinion, a man, okay, they don't sit there and take selfies, bro. That's like a model, that's like fucking Calvin Klein shit. I didn't ask for a model. I don't even want a model man. I want a fucking 4-wheel drive fucking dude. Normal fucking, just fucking, let's go fucking drink a beer at the fucking lake dude on a boat. Fucking says the word gay and he's not mad about it. Like, I don't want no fucking weird ass preppy shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, literally, your lame asses don't even know how to start a fucking power tool. You don't even know how to use 4-wheel drive, dude. Like, you don't even have, I can't. Like, please don't. The last thing I want is a fucking supermodel Magic Mike. Fucking, I don't give a fuck about no Magic Mike. You're close. Like, I know 2 different cancers that would love to see your Magic Mike shit. It's funny, but I'm not that one. And I am the only cancer that I know who pays bills. The rest of them are man's fans. And they're a joke around the entire fucking city, too. Nobody, they're, from being fucking, they've lost all the respect. Even everyone in town be calling them up saying, you fuck my man. You fuck my man. Like, that's literally, like, and it's weird because these people, they do it again. And then sometimes they even tell the story longer and they're like, yeah. So she texted me like 4 and she was like, you're with my man. And I was like, excuse me. And you're like listening to this dumbass shit and you're just like, what the actual fuck is going on? So you're telling me like the highlight of your life is literally fucking the power that you had somebody's man last night and now they're not even there today. What a life. Honestly, it's fine. People basically tell on their whole damn story about themselves. People have said this or that is wrong and right, and that's not going to be a thing. You don't have to worry about that anymore in our group. What really is a thing is everybody thinks differently. A little bit. You might have some similarities, but most of us are going to have some differences, plain and simple. And so you're not worried about differences in our group. When people in our group have a difference, they just have respect that everybody is different. Like, our group isn't fucking Putin and all them who sit there and fight for fucking long time on end, just fucking be a joke. Honestly, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in all of our leaders. I just, with them, literally, ISIS was the beginning of it, supposedly not being able to find him for a long time. The trafficking is a big problem. They're not doing anything about that because apparently they're waiting for the right bust. So everybody's family members are just like, just chilling or whatever the fuck down there, or like literally right around us, huh? Oh yeah, they're all around you, they say. Everywhere. So definitely be keeping your kids aside. They're literally everywhere. Every few blocks you're gonna find a fucking trafficker. And I've talked to many people about it, officials. I fucking have 3 that are literal my personal friends from fucking doing hair now. Every one of them fucking literally just fucking actually handled it in a different way. And I'll tell you what, everyone just shuts it down. They're gonna shut it down. So they, you know why? They don't want everybody freaking out. It's like that movie, Don't Look Up. It really is like Don't Look Up. I love Leonardo DiCaprio. He's such a good actor. But yeah, it really is. It's just like that movie. And everybody actually, they don't know shit about the reality of the things that are going on out here in the world. Everybody thinks that they're going to do this or that. But I'll tell you what. I did not act in any way the way that I said I would during the moments of change. But I'll tell you what. I did know things were changing. Like, I remember the first time anybody walked in front of me and James and was... Yeah, there was just a lot of shit, bro. There was a lot of shit that fucking a lot of you guys won't see and could not even have any idea. There's no way, because there is, you to feel and experience, see it, endure it, be it, like there's, like, no. You read about it, so you used your imagination. Literally, that's all they could do. Even if they watch a movie, it's acting. So there's literally no resonation. They're using their imagination to create a story, and that's great. I'm glad you're taking the time out of your day to fucking research, but I said the same shit, and I was really mean, actually. So the Sober Tara was actually talking shit about all the people that fucking were dealing with really fucked ass lifestyles when they were little, and I didn't know that. Became friends with all the people I was running my mouth out about later, and I found out their lives were really fucked up. The shit their parents did to them was crazy. Unbelievably fucking wrong. It beats everything I ever had to say by fucking much. So much. And those are the people that I was literally saying were disgusting. The people that I was making fun of at school as a sober person who would have passed a background check heading to be a lawyer. I was bullying. That's what exactly they do. They look at us, because I did it. Like you're scum. You don't want them touching you. You literally say words like drug addicts and who's getting pregnant first. Jennifer. Jennifer didn't. Me and Chelsea did. That's how karma is. I can't tell you how many times we sat around our little table talking shit about everyone. Disrespecting everyone. And none of the plans that we fucking assumed were going to happen did. Everything happened very differently. You don't know exactly how life is going to go. So just know that at all times, just be open-minded and just be accepting of the fact that people are different. You don't have to accept that person into your space, but I wouldn't exclude them either. It's a skill that I've been able to have. And I feel like it's a skill that an emperor and an empress would need. And you are welcome to remain wherever you like on the standard list when it comes to the universe, but I'm headed. I just love helping the people, and that's what an emperor and empress do. An emperor and empress basically are humbled after they go through shit. There's somebody who has to go through every type of battle there is to go through, so that when the time comes later down the road, people that have went through those things can actually sit down and have a talk with that person. You have to be a guide. It's to be a guide, guys. So I like that reason. I see that you're not feeling like you want to fight with your family or your lover. You're not feeling guarded. Some of you have stopped fighting with whoever it is. Like, you're maybe not even talking to them right now. You could have blocked them or just cut them off communication-wise, period. And I feel like when you're not around them, you don't feel guarded. Some of you guys have not been actually doing a whole lot. But now that you're away, some of you guys have not been like making a like a to-do list or a schedule. I see that you need to get out of your sanctuary, and then also you're just the whole life review things coming up. If you're thinking about your baby mama, some of you guys are gonna go through phases. Yeah, 5 of Cups, you missed them. So I was gonna say, look, he's crying on their shoulder. You missed them. But it's like lost here. Your person honestly could have left and now they're doing better. We do have the Nine of Pentacles here. An Ace of Pentacles. This could be you or her, anybody. There's a huge celebration here, big time. Look at that, all that money. Ace of Pentacles, fucking, dude, Nine of Pentacles, and the fucking Three of Cups. So you have somebody here, one of the two, has big opportunities coming, and one of the people here sees this happening for this other person, and I see they feel devastated. They're watching whoever they thought they were going to spend their whole life with literally leave their scene, and they're praying to God, literally, please don't let this person leave, don't let this person go. But they're coming up as a page, and it looks like they're just going to go through a tower moment, because there's another secret here. The secret is that one of these people has already found pleasure, possibly either in their new lifestyle or with another person. And there's also just another secret in general too. Align with your essence and see your true colors. The secret is that this desperation that one person feels for the other, yeah, exactly, you're worthy in the reverse. It's desperation. Like, it's not hot to beg somebody to love you. It's not even hot to ask them if they love you. Like, I have this guy who isn't bad looking, but he talks too much about fucking shit. He actually, like, asks and, like, tries to brush his hand on mine, and, like, I just think it's fake, and it's weird, and it's gross, and it's disrespectful. Like, if I told you don't fucking touch me, don't fucking try to fucking pretend like you're gonna help me fucking grab my cigarette when I go to grab it. You know, like, what are you doing? Like, if I go to grab this, he'd be like, just to touch my skin. Like, don't fucking do that. That is gross and weird, and, like, that's manipulative behavior, you know, shit like that. And, like, this person's nice, you know, decent, I guess, whatever. And they're always begging. A lot of people beg. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not cute. The only reason anybody would ever want somebody to literally beg is because they don't feel good about themselves inside. If you have confidence and self-worth, you are not going to fucking feel comfortable around somebody that's literally, like, acting weird and begging you. What are you doing? Nobody that's a real boss begs for shit, dude. What are you doing? Oh, I was going to tell you about the 4 levels. So from a young age, we were literally, whatever you want to call it, luckily or unluckily, cooking meth. That's what my dad did from 16. Obviously, my mom went to court and took us away, and we weren't allowed to see him anymore. But, you know, we have our skills, and to be honest, we all took our skills with us, and we've never lost them. When you are in the dark world, you have 4 choices, but no matter what, you're there to get something private, and you're hoping to experience whatever you're about to experience, and you know that when you exit the dark world and come back into the light world, you will look different. You're going to feel different, and so you have a fucking 95, if not higher % chance of possibly getting caught for whatever you did, whether you cheated, stole, or drugged, partied, it doesn't matter. Somebody did something. You fucking fucked yourself, pornography, I don't know what the fuck. Everybody's got just gambled. It don't matter. Whatever you do, you did. And now you're coming back. It's like going, just picture the Nightmare Before Christmas, bro. And literally it's like, doo, 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 in the fucking nighttime time. You're just like, yes, dude. And then, of course, daylight comes. When I was going through that dark night of the soul, I was in this apartment, and I hated daylight coming. I was so scared all the time of the cops coming to my house, and DLC and CPS and my family. It's just, I had PTSD for many years over that shit. I locked the door all the time. I always thought they were going to come in, man, and raid us or fucking barge us in and shit. You know, it was actually really crazy for me. I was much different, and I would sit and barricade myself in front of the door, and I wouldn't want anybody to come inside, and I wanted to just be left alone, and it was really bad. Like, no matter what, dude, you ever do, if you're ever being literally targeted, singled out, or harassed by anyone, in a group full of people that are actually fucking supposed to be your fucking partners in crimes or your homies and shit. And they turn on you. Honestly, keep walking. Keep fucking walking, bro, because they're, I know that feeling. You're probably going to continue to have that issue if you haven't already more than once. And it might be something that you've been wondering why. Because you're the only bitch that fucking left. And these bitches think about that each and every day. You will have at least 75, if not 85%, return to you or message you at some point shortly after. That message alone tells you that they fucking think that they fucked up. I get messages from every single person that ever fucking walks away from this relationship. And that's not saying that I was innocent. It's saying that the love that I had for them was real. And also the asshole that I was very real too. And like, I'm not somebody who's gonna sit there fucking just make somebody feel better about themselves because you're fucking feeling low. Like, I'm not fake. And so they come in a lot of types, and I've seen some really successful ones that honestly can't handle a fucking conversation about illegal activity. You got the ones that are picky and don't fucking party or smoke or nothing like that. You got the vegans. I mean, you got fucking the convicts. It's just a variety. But you are worthies coming up here. That's hilarious. How in the actual fuck did I pull out the entire... Dude, that's the same stack. That's so funny. Pleasure, come out of your sanctuary. The power. You have the power in your hands. You do. You do. You have to put fucking God first so that you and him are always working together. And when he's removing your people from your life, it's because you're not listening to him. You guys have clearly tried all that you can do. And sometimes in relationships, we just keep fucking crying. And we keep begging. We even pray. Help us. He's trying to do that. And some of you guys have gotten to this point in the dark world. Okay? When you enter the dark world and you're trying to get what you're going to get, we know that we're going to have to lose our integrity in that moment. We have to leave our integrity at the door. There's not integrity the minute you decide to be sneaky. You can make up whatever reason you want, but it doesn't matter if you even smoke weed. Maybe you just want one beer. If you and your partner are having issues with it, or somebody else that you love in your family doesn't want you to do it, you're now a liar too. You're a sneaky liar. You're a sneaky, addicted liar. Those are just three things right off top that we become in a moment of choice. So the universe is right there. We just changed energy. You gotta ask her right now, dude, that's power right there. Like, that's a powerful switch. So we went from being pure to literally a fucking liar, a sneaky person, a manipulator, a cheater, a fucking loyalty to our person. I mean, there's so many things that actually, in fact, we become. That if you were to actually take a look at that and write it down, and that might be something that's good for you guys. Some of you guys might do better if you wrote the characteristics down that differ from literally 1 minute ago. So I make this choice. That changes me this much. Put it down and look at it. It's big fucking change, bro, in a nasty way. Dude, now that I just know that we literally, it's not about getting caught on the 3D. It's not about getting our way. It's about why we're not where we want to be and why we think we need to be somewhere. Right there is just so much. There's just a lot of power in the statements that are not really being talked about during tea time. The good thing about us is that we don't tea time. Anything we say about our people is fucking actually for healing purposes, and we've been literally never able to talk, and never have we cared about talking. And I hope that I can just be a positive example for you and just know that, I have told you whatever I've told you, and you guys continue to watch me daily, and you'll be able to at least look back and see, you know what, she was doing this, she was acting like this, and just really just know, like, in all honesty, with that as an example, and I'm doing this, what would happen to me type thing. And with the internet and with other leaders being your examples and also your just real friend, like, I think it's just a better position to be in. Like, we don't need to be fucking sitting here being worried about being better or worse than anyone, because we're not. We're just ourselves, and nobody actually wants the exact same thing. So I'm okay with life just starting to become a little bit more relaxed and unfolded and flowerful and beautiful. The more you start to realize that this is what people have to all realize. It's like they all have to realize this. You can't help somebody become what the fuck you say they should be because you're not God. And you don't know for sure, for a 100% fact, that that's what God wants us to do. And like, it's just easy that way. Because you have to ask yourself, like, you could say, you know what, Melinda, you need to not go to that school and you need to go to this one. And you may know that that school has a 3% graduation rate. You might have offered the money to pay for it, and she's like, I really want to go to art school. And you're like, dude, you were going to go to fucking law school at Harvard. What are you talking about? We already paid. And she's like, I know, it's just crazy, but I wanted to be a ballerina. You know, it's in those moments when, okay, so this is how you're like going to flip the fuck out. Obviously, you're like, oh my fucking gosh. So what you're looking for in these moments, I feel like you say it, I already know, is you're going to look at their smile. I want you to just stare at people whenever they're doing anything. And that's what I do for my career, is I stand in schools with hundreds and hundreds of students, and whether I'm on stage and peering out, or whether they're testing, whether I'm helping them learn left-handed cutting, and I'm a right-handed teacher, and they just don't think there's no fucking way in hell a right-handed teacher is going to be able to teach a left-handed student, but they learn it. They learn it, and it's always an interesting experience getting a brand new student. You get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. I would get brand new people to train in the salon, and I can either make them assistants or managers. I can have a crew. I can hire and fire. I can do an interview. It doesn't matter. OSHA comes through. All of it. Human resources. That's what I do. We go through and we look at numbers, and whether it's management or crew or teaching, it's all about fucking literally like a teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work shit. And that's what we have to be as a team. And some of us haven't been working as a team. We haven't been able to. Because our families and our lovers, we already made the mistake of actually sharing personal shit with. And that's another piece of advice, guys. Like, don't do that. Don't share with your partner a bunch of shit, because you guys need to be actually spending your time loving each other. And it's being neglected. Nobody's loving each other. They're getting together and talking about silly things that really have no love relevance. Like, you might want to sit down, I will too, and if it doesn't like resonate with your two relationship or how to make love more romantic, you should like maybe focus on how to be romantic when you're around this person. Study up on, we need to study. We're going to study, so since our enemies think, okay, so basically, if you have a friend that gets fucked over by their man or woman 24/7 and then still fucking kisses their ass, that's how your enemies are looking at you. And me both. We're both. So enemies. We're gonna know this. That's cool. I'm excited about that a little bit. I've actually done a little bit of research this week because I like the rain and sunny weather. All right. Because I had never dealt with a direct Pisces, even though my brother is Pisces. I don't know why in the fuck I didn't study it. Isn't that interesting? I've went rounds with my brother many times. And you know what? I just never fucking studied his fucking astrology sign. Interesting. I like to learn that kind of shit too, even about myself. I'm like, why wouldn't you have thought to study that? Why though? I'm gonna look that up. I just can't even stop learning. It's just getting out of control. Okay, so yeah, why wouldn't we have thought something? You guys ever notice like, like when you have those eureka moments, it all makes sense, you know? You're like, what the fuck, why wouldn't I have studied that? I'm not angry at myself in any way. I know that I was going through tons and tons and tons of studying at the time. I was studying so many random fucking subjects, and that's what elevation is. Elevation doesn't mean that you're coming up and you're getting a brand new Lamborghini, guys. It means that you're fucking becoming a fucking sophomore and you were a freshman prior. Which means every week, okay, for those of you who don't know, you can expect a weekly fucking test from the universe. Because that's how it works in school. Whether you're in elementary, middle, it doesn't matter. the way the government expects things to be ran and done is they give you 5 days. Well, you get 4 days a week in total to study an entire subject. When I teach, I'll tell you about college. You just need to know that college is not a place where you are going to be learning what you thought you were going to learn, guys. College is actually a pre-made up course that OSHA and the government actually work together to create. So nobody actually needs to go to college or have a degree or certification unless they're going to do something that can actually harm themselves or another person. Basically, they are going to be involved in like a job that they touch another person and could actually have a safety concern. OSHA's Occupational Safety and Health Administration, they're going to go over what the salon's cleanliness looks like. They're the ones that are going to walk through and open the drawers, and they're going to make sure there's no items underneath like the breaker box. They want to make sure that you have your fire extinguishers and that there's no hair in the brushes or clippers, and they will fine you if they want to, and it could be up to $500 each, for whatever degree that you have. They're the ones, and if you get a fine saying that you were not sanitary, this could happen in your restaurant, it doesn't matter where it is, but OSHA is the one that comes through and makes sure you're safe and sanitary. Safety and sanitation is what they focus on. The government focus is on the rules and the regulations of each state. So they're going to come in to make sure that you have your licenses and that your permits are actually correct for the zones that you're in, the state that you're in, and the laws that they have. So between the two of them, they're looking at OSHA, safety and health, and that's why you go into college and you find yourself fucking studying all this random shit, because OSHA does not care if you do a good haircut. They care if you stab the client in the fucking head and make them bleed to death, okay? They need to know that on the test, they do one check when it comes to the haircut. Just make sure it blends, and the haircut's hideous, just so you know. So they're looking at things like, did you keep the hair out of the client's face? That would be a sanitation and possibly even a safety issue, because they could get poked in the eye. That is a mark off. They're looking to see if you keep your elbow below your heart, because when you elevate, you're going to have joint issues. If you move your wrists in ways that are like this, you will have also carpal tunnel and joint issues. So health. They're watching your wrist move. They're watching your elbow go above your heart. They're watching your hand positions to see if you're keeping your own self safe and healthy, and if you're keeping your client safe and healthy. So when your kid is going to go to college, you need to really understand that when they're saying, oh, this is so boring. It's fucking boring. It can be really boring. The teachers are all different. Some are horrible and fucking oh my gosh, it was so terrible. I got this like bump on my elbow from shit, like into the desk. Like I was just like so tired, and I'm just really grateful to be a teacher. I got to learn tons about psychology and body language so that I could be able to better read my students when they were feeling anything. I learned so much, dude. Oh my gosh, like literally, I'm just so grateful. It's really a sad day that the boss who made me a businesswoman is dead today. Great fucking, I'm so grateful. I'm truly grateful for that man literally fucking walking up to me 6 months into my fucking recovery and just continuing to ask me over and over to come work for him. And him loving my personality and not knowing anything about me, and he probably knew everything. The cool thing is that he was one of us. And that's what we are as a group. And I just want you to know that you guys have a place that you can be. Nobody disrespects my people. I don't really care if they think that they still are disrespecting us. Like, nobody cares. Like, what they say, I have never not... Dude, if I ever find out anybody does anything to my people, I shit. I don't even... I'm not even still there. When the word drops, I'm your friend. I'm the friend that literally, when you speak truth to me, I not only know when you're lying or truthful. So most of the time I can fucking feel it, and I try to watch eyes and fucking body language. But I'll tell you what, unfortunately, what's fucked? Dude, so many people are doing some crazy shit, dude. Really out of line shit. From our best friends fucking robbing us to lying to our face to fucking. I mean, it's disgusting out there. You know, and you know, in a world full of people that are like that, you still are not. You still are not, dude. And I'm not either. And you know, I'm proud of that. You know, I've never taken a dude home from the bar to this day. And fucking, I was like literally kicking it with somebody. I never kick it either. And this person was sitting there. I was trying to work on how to better kick it with somebody, but this person was just sitting there texting this person straight. Dude, she was like texting anyone. And it would even look like mad texting, you know? So, you know, you texting her like, no. It's just like, this is like just some dude. You look dead ass serious right now. I saw her fucking eyes, dude. And I believe her. Why wouldn't it be just some dude? You know what the fucking look in her eyes was? She wanted sex. That was that deep ass shit, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. Watch people's DOC. Cheating is a habit, bro. That's why you don't need to trip on cheater. You need to fucking be better aware of fucking how not to hook up with them again. You need to figure out within yourself, like, what maybe was not so solid with you. And we already knew that. We already know why the fuck all our other relationships didn't work out. Because we weren't solid. We didn't know these things then. We weren't individuals then. We were struggling with legal shit. We were struggling with family shit. We were struggling with fucking young children we truly needed fucking somebody to be there for us. It was like we were young. You know, in your 20s, you really want people around you. And in your 30s, you start to not as much. And if you do, I mean, do your thing. I don't know. I think it's really adorable. I know a few clients and they're like super stoked. They're going to go travel and fucking, today I had one. She was so happy. And she's been married to her husband for 25 years. And when she talks about him, she's making me smile, dude. And it was beautiful. If you guys go onto my Facebook, that's where I do my haircut lives for the most part. I get copyright claim on my YouTube and I don't want to risk it. I don't know. Who knows how they deal with that shit. Well, if you get too many copyright claims, they'll take your channel down, so. I've already had that happen, and I'm surprised even like fucking Facebook or YouTube lets me fucking be the bad villain fucking on the internet. I'm one of a kind, that's for sure. But whatever, dude, I don't know. They keep letting me, and I try, and I don't know. I'm just grateful. I know that I'm a little bit of a mischievous child. I'm gonna try to think about what I want to do. If I want to be doing a little bit better or not. Not really sure. Because I'm already fine with who I am. And I see myself hopefully, you know what I really just want to do really right now? I need to tune into my own shit too. Like when it comes to like learning all of your guys' personalities. I got a whole new group of people that I need to study too. That's what we're going to be doing. It's pretty much study time. You should be surrounded by all new people with all new fucking things going on in new locations, new jobs, new stimulating things. If you don't have things stimulating you, then you're just a cross-watcher. You're not really going anywhere, guys. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but like, your life moves at the pace that you push it. So if you don't have fucking anywhere that you're heading, then where are you going? You're not. Somebody straight told me having a goal without a deadline is just a football player running back and forth up and fucking down the field, but never fucking scoring a goal. It's like, you're like, yeah, I played football, like, but we never won. I don't know, if you would have won, you would have went to a championship, you would have went to the state one, you would have went to this one, you would have traveled, you could have been, next thing you know, a Seahawks player, you know what I mean? There's elevations. There's levels that we go to and through. And you got to ask yourself, at what level am I staying at? And in this world that I'm entering, what are the levels that I get to choose from? Where am I going? You need to know about levels. How many levels? What are the opportunities available? What is the pay? What is the outcome? It's not just about fucking accepting something that doesn't have growth. You can't be doing that. You have to accept things that have growth. You always need to be making sure that there is growth available. And with respect to anybody, like you got to be honest with yourself. Like, I left Great Clips because the women there, they're great. Literally. But they're big game players. They're very big on numbers. They're very competitive. Obviously, they would like to see the maximum amount of money come in on a daily basis, which means we work as fast as fuck and they want us to. And the clients get fast haircuts, and I just don't. I'm not doing that. I also looked at when you're in a company. For one, just so you guys know, you will never fucking get benefits or anything really important unless you are a manager. Not even assistant manager travels and shit very much. In order to be a crew who is looked at and top rank, there's maybe 5. And I've done corporate management for 13 years, and I just know how this all works. There's maybe 5 or so girls, I'd say, in crew that really are close to the fucking person who's the drill sergeant, basically. I call them the wolf pack. But if you're dealing with somebody who's money motivated, they will manipulate you in every way, whether it's fucking be positive Polly and fucking try to look deeply into your soul and tell you the stupidest shit ever and make you believe it, like and you're just looking at them and they literally look like they are serious, and you're like, I'm not sure if you literally believe your own shit or not, or fucking if they're usually panicking from their higher up. See, the chain of command means that all of the information comes down or up. And I also just want to tell you guys, like, there's no point in going around your bosses to report things. You can if you want, but just so you know, their first step is they have to give the report you just made to the person that you reported. It's law. So to basically spend all of that time being sneaky and talking shit behind somebody's back, they're going to find out in 24 to 48 hours, they're going to get a copy of what you said. So you look like a snitch ass bitch. It's not a good idea. I wouldn't do it. I'm telling you, because if obviously your success would be leadership, and you're going to have to work with people of the other type. So you can not like this person today, but if you really want power or success, you're going to have to actually learn their personality type to be successful. You're not going to actually end up finding success if you didn't. It is very important that everybody sits down and studies all the new personality types that are coming in and out. And just know that it's probably going to be a pretty, I want to say, dude, it sucks, but I'm hearing rough. So there might be some rough events that occur over the winter and end of fall season. For me, my dad ended up passing last year, so hopefully that doesn't happen to you guys. I can't believe it's already been a year, dude, almost. That's crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, I miss him a lot. It's not been an easy year for our family. Not that it's been the worst year either. It's been unique. It's our first year that we ever lost our parent. And we did not do a good job working together as siblings. And that sucks. But I'm not going to feel like I should have been able to do something that I couldn't have done. I don't even know at this point what any of us will be doing in just even 30 days. My family is always doing something illegal and crazy, and basically any one of us can be taken to prison. We all alternate. That's how we work. And the lifestyle, it just makes you do things that you wouldn't do. And that's why God just says, please don't do that. And when you are in the dark world, you have to choose, how the fuck am I going to keep getting what I want? I want it all the time. The more you do something, and the more potent it is, the better it is. Even if you have great sex, you can't just have medium sex again. If you have a nice car, you just don't get to go down to a beat, or fucking you're going to feel the way that when you push the gas, it doesn't feel, it feels like you have to, it's working really hard. Go switch from a new vehicle to an old one and just press, it's just crazy. It goes from straight to like, you just feel it, and like, you don't notice that shit until it's happening, until you compare. You just gotta compare, and just know that right now, the only person that has your back from here on out at this time is yourself. So if we don't use our time wisely the enemy is plotting, just so you know, always against us. If that's something that you have going on in your life, and I don't think that we will not have that going on, because jealous and envious people hate the fact that we find happiness and they don't, even though they did everything in their power to fucking make sure that we just felt miserable every time we're near them. They told us things even as far as like, we don't need anything from you. Leave us fuck alone. You think you're fucking better than me. I mean, they really have fucking like slept with our boyfriends. Like, they've turned us into the police. I mean, they've done really bad shit, and we still literally have always just truly like had empathy for them and hope. But that's been coming to a pretty small slim, and you're not sure probably how you're going to deal with it exactly, and it's totally up to you. We'd have to research whether or not it's better to fucking be kind. So we're looking at, do we be kind enough to categorize them somewhere like in the lower left part of the basement, like we put Evans with her baloney boobs? Like, is there a part of the basement that, like, in a whole different... I don't even want these people, unfortunately. Like, it's different. It's different. They really fucked themselves this last few times. With me. I don't know. I just, the more educated I become, the behaviors that I see coming are so concerning that, honestly, there's not... You can't not see it. They're actually so concerning, honestly, that I feel completely comfortable actually not having to say anything at all. The way they are behaving is going to have anybody coming after them. I don't need to. So take a step back and relax and just know that you're not here to come for the enemy. The enemy is taking themselves out right now. And you're taking them out also by not getting involved, because that's what they're used to you doing, is you fucking reacting off of the shit that they say to you. Some of you just block the number. You don't even fucking react. You don't react anymore. They said enough. They've already used all of their says. Maybe they didn't know that they had a bag of says. They have no more says. They went in to grab another say, and they're like, there was like no say left. Like, nobody thinks of it like that. How do we know that there's not? How do we know that our says, all the things that we get to say to one person, maybe it's like a notebook. Maybe we don't think of life as that. Maybe this is it. And maybe that's why I say pick your battles wisely, because maybe little do we know fucking life, literally, but this is all of our voice right here. And maybe if we did channel into God and we were listening to what he was saying, we wouldn't fucking act like we didn't fucking know when it was done. Because you do know. We all know. We all know when shit's fucking not right for us. We know when somebody's disrespecting us. We know when we disrespect another person. We know when we sneak. Go. Yeah. We know when we lie. We know. We choose to be worse and worse and worse after the first thing we do. Or you choose to be honest, accountable, and work through it, but nothing is the same. No matter what you choose. If you choose to do something that you should not do, it changes the dynamic and the outcome, period. It cannot not. You're actually a different person now. 100%. Your brain cells that were there yesterday aren't there anymore. Like, you've actually dissolved some parts of your actual brain and body. You would never be the same person you were yesterday. So nobody's going to be the same as each other. It's just a great place to be right now in this world. Right now we might see a lot of shit going on. But you know what I don't see going on? This. We've got the ones that are very, like, frantic. They're so pathetically frantic that fucking they run around in circles like a chicken with their head cut off the minute fucking the whole pandemic occurred. And I'm talking 70 or more % of our fucking nation went pandemic funny. That's a large fucking number. That is such a large number that I fucking literally, it would have to be literally a part of the master plan. How could it, dude? What idiots. Them running around and believing every little bullshit story they heard from the news, that was power. that fucking smart person sees from afar. If you're gonna be powerful, that would be one way to fucking. I like that. So I have actually I have other things that I think about deeper. When I do hair, I'm always paying very close attention to the career path that they have, because the Villain Bloods are gonna have like a Noah's Ark worth of fucking professionals. I have a firefighter, I have a police officer, I have a government agent who works with explosives and anything to do with the firearms. I have. Those are the only ones I really care about right now. Like, no, I have an eye doctor, surgeon. We have doctors. We have surgeons. We have firefighters, police officers, government officials. We have everything. We have anything. We literally do. But those ones really stand out to me because I have a master plan with those three that I listed first. Because when I give a service, it's personal. Obviously, you can massage their head. You can fucking. You're making physical contact, so we're exchanging energy. That's power. And I'm very smart. I work directly with OSHA. I work directly with the government so that we can get to know their personality types. It's not because I'm staying there. So that's what's cool about the funny things that are really going on all around us is that it's just like that Camila Cabello song where she talks about fucking getting played like he thought that fucking saying that fucking that was all he even wanted, and she responds, maybe that's all she fucking ever wanted too, bitch. And you know what? He played her and then fucking talked shit about her and then hurt her feelings. She actually trusted him. And then he was just saying, oh yeah, you're fucking this and that. That was his way of doing it. He was a bitch. She just came back and she said, you know, bitch, fucking little did you know, and we don't really know fucking what it was. She wasn't no Amber Heard though. She fucking handled her shit. So did Ariana Grande. Shout out to those two. Ariana Grande was dating someone who was a backup dancer, and literally he was not her type at all. It was a blessing. She must have felt a true connection to him, truly, like on an emotional level, because this guy was not somebody that was have any status whatsoever, and his face was not her. He didn't look of a face that did, Ariana. So she loved him. But eventually she realized, hey, I don't think we're going to be together, and he took his life. That's the album right before, the album No Tears Left to Cry is in honor of that guy's death. That's where she talks about Malcolm being an angel in that Thank You Next song. But yeah, she fucking, she talks about that sometimes. And, Selena Gomez is a great mentor. She talks about her experience, and she had to get through things as a real woman. And there are real men and there are real women out there that you can look up to. And we can do whatever we choose to do. But we will just have to know at the end of the day that unless we're truly pure and genuine, the universe will not elevate you or me as individuals. We're not in a team when we are working with our higher power. God said, work with me. I'm your buddy. God is your team partner. So if you don't know that, you will not be doing shit. You have to be connected to your higher power, and he has to be your number one. You cannot connect yourself to your woman or your man. And I've heard people say, don't fall in love, and I don't believe in connecting through love because da-da-da. That is negative. That's disgusting. No, love all of your people truly. But your boss is God. He's the only one you report to. So you need to be reporting to your higher power, and that is it. And with him, you will determine your moves. And if you choose to be open and honest about whatever you choose to do know there is always one of your people lurking to fucking sabotage what you're saying. So if you are weak emotionally, mentally, any of it, that's what they will target, is your emotional fucking strength, and they will fucking hit you in the heart. And their first fucking tactics are fucking to bring up anything that is emotional to you. So when they bring up things that you've done to try to make, that's what they're doing, is bringing up shame. They want you to be now weak. You guys need to be smarter. You need to start working smarter, not harder. The minute that the person in my family that fucking started shit did some fucked up shit this week, they've done nothing but actually say, I've never actually dealt with this before. I can tell they're panicking. And you know what's crazy? It's really sad because that's my favorite person in the family. It's my buddy. Not even your favorite people do shit they can't do. And in those moments, you gotta ask yourself, oh, it's your buddy? Are you a little bitch? Are you gonna let people fucking treat you like that? And you know what? They did think. That's what I'm saying. They fucking thought we were gonna. That's what they looked at us like. A little bitch, bro. They thought we were that girlfriend or that boyfriend that legit fucking was sticking around to literally put up with that shit. They literally made a mistake. And it hurts you that they did it because you loved them. But you love yourself, your safety, your family, your future, your manifestation, and your outcome more. The most. You and God have come up with a fucking plan. And you and God just got disrespected. They, whoever the fuck disrespects you, disrespects God. They're disrespecting the commandments, the rules, and that's consequences that everyone has to pay. You cannot help another person not get karma. You cannot block the karma that they're going to have received. You're going to receive that karma with them. And it's just going to be a shit show. So when you guys are in fucked up relationships and you're just running in circles and it's all shit and chaos, it's just repetitive karma, dude, in cycles and circles because it's like a fucking storm inside of a unit in a house, in a soul, in a body. You guys are exchanging soul karma, like it's karmic soul tie. Karmic soul ties. You're there to serve karma out on each other. And the minute you learn self-respect, you then realize, you know what? If I had self-respect, I would have fucking never fucking let this bitch ever talk to me like that. Because you're referring to the times that they did, and you're like, man, I should have left him then. So you don't have respect for yourself. You don't have respect for them because you're not leaving. It's an overall, like, big fucking epiphany for people that actually are really, truly there. And when you do research it, you're going to fucking realize that you're the motherfucker who has to make the change with or without these people around you. You have to take leadership at all times of life, yourself. And when you allow other people to lead, it's just that moment of time. You still have to wake up when that class is over and take back yourself, the power that you have over yourself. Because if you start relaxing and becoming dependent on another person and you give away your power and you become a fucking fan, you and God just got thrown off rank. And now there's a 3D being who has actually blocked God from making that you're not having a relationship with him anymore. We barely have heard about this relationship that we have with him right now. I've never in my life fucking had the relationship that I've had with God now, that I do, and there's no man here, and I know that is a big key thing. I've had the last 4 years with my kids. It's been great, and it hasn't always been fucking like that. The first year was hard. I didn't want to know how to go to the lake and shit without a man. It was weird, you know. I felt like a weird fucking practical, like a China. I've been over there sitting all by myself fucking while everybody's in a family group, and I'm over here fucking with the Great Depression with my toes in the water trying to fucking not think about Zeke. And it was really weird for me, but now I go all the time and I love it. And I don't go with anyone. I never let anybody come over. You guys see it. When they do come over, I'm kind of a dick. I've learned to love myself very much alone. And you need to start thinking about what you say and how we only have this many says. And we have so many less. Sometimes in relationships, that's all you got. Maybe we only got to do these sections. You should get a 5-thing binder. And we will, maybe we should just get a say binder, huh? Let's do a say binder. We'll get a bunch of notebooks. Let's start we're gonna journal together, guys. So go get some notebooks and whatever notes you guys want to take, just do it. Well, that's what life is all about, is these skills right here. This is like the book of codes, you know. When we write this out, this is a way for you to be able to be there for your future family members. This could be like your fucking biblical words of advice, you know, that you give to your nieces and nephews. This could be a great fucking gift. You could just literally write little cute phrases like things that have worked for you. You're literally doing trial and error right now. You can write the age that you are, the experience that you had. You're going to be able to compare this later to 43. When you go through another breakup at 43, how did you react differently at 23? Things like that. And so It's really just about understanding that, hey, you know what, your brain and body are always a work in progress. They're developing, they're deteriorating. It's just chaos. This world is chaos. And you have to be the change that you wish to see. And when you complain out loud, that's not proactive. And it's actually putting out negative energy. And what we put out, we have to get back. So keep it positive and keep it fun, keep it friendly, and be honest, and you'll be fine. And honesty doesn't mean that feelings don't arrive. And I'm just saying that because if you're like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship, I just want to have sex. That is honest, yes. We're not supposed to be having sex though, but we do. We're not supposed to though. Because if we're having sex with somebody, we don't know that necessarily fucking our soulmate wasn't fucking, like, when we're with another person that we know we're not going to be solid with, we don't know for sure that if we hadn't cut all ties with these people, where would we really truly maybe be? We don't know that we wouldn't be somewhere completely fucking else. Had we not stayed in town, you know, for that one person, had we not dropped out of school and got pregnant, you know what I mean? Whatever the fuck it was that you guys did, where the fuck would we be? And it's not a thing that you want to be like, oh, I should be somewhere else. It's more just like imagining yourself anywhere in the world and asking yourself if where you are is where you want to be forever. Who are you as a person today, as an individual, now that you realize that you have a choice and that you have the power and control to do whatever you want? This last few months I've been... since August, I've had to go pretty cold. And like I said, I've been very smart about how I handle it this time. I was always smart. I knew the truth the whole time. It was the way, it wasn't my information, it was my delivery. And when you're emotional, you lose. There's a saying that says, never let your emotions overpower your intelligence. Well, when you're in the courtroom, or when you're around logical people ever, you have to be logical. The minute emotions come in, even with a crier around me, there was a baby crying at the salon today and I was just getting so fucking annoyed about it. I don't like crying. And so if you're trying to receive a specific outcome, you need to study your audience. You would want to study your competition. You need to know their personality type. You need to know how they think, what their tactics and moves would be. Everybody has a way that they're going to be going about things. And there's always a way that you can research it, and you just simply look it up. You look up what they're doing, what their goals are, and you can look up what are the most successful ways to go about it. You can compare it to what they're doing. If there's somebody who literally is saying, oh, I'm doing this and da-da-da-da, all you have to do is look up what are the most successful ways to open a hair salon. And if you were to say, literally, those are facts that you're going to find. There's factual information, and then there's people that speak. Just compare what they say to facts. And I like to scroll and read, but basically, like, majority wins, pretty much. And yeah, somebody can be unique and have their own thing, and it does happen. When you see uniqueness, you just got to see joy. Joy plus uniqueness equals passion, dreams come true. Somebody that's angry and motivated, ain't gonna work. God doesn't support an angry, motivated person. The devil will. Sure, the devil, like, makes things happen for people, but you also sell your soul. So it's pretty actually easy to navigate around, and I'm looking forward to you guys finding peace and us enjoying things. By next summer, I feel like things are gonna be solid as fuck, dude. And hopefully we got some territory. And I can't wait to start just doing prizes with you guys and pulling names out and fucking playing couples games where we just draw names and send people on a fucking, maybe it'd be anybody from our channel. You know, we could set up little sections and figure out who's single and who wants to date. And I mean, you do blind dates, you could do family trips, but basically I just want to own a lot of property. And I want all my kids to pick their favorite place, wherever they want. And obviously I'll take care of my mom for sure, but I'll take care of my family in general, even though they're rude to me. But for you guys, I want to do the same. I would just want us to have a lot of I want us to think of the most beautiful fucking places that we could buy property. And we should have so many by the end of our purchases that we could do resorts. And for the real, true fucking people, I just want them to have VIP access and be able to go to these places a couple times a year, fucking on the house and shit. I don't want money to matter. Money is very hard to get. For some people, they can't get money very easily. That's why it's very important that you use your youth wisely. If you're so caught up in a fucking stupid relationship in your youth, when you realize by the time you're 35 that you ain't got shit and nobody wants your ass, because you got 3 fucking tattoos of this motherfucker's name on your ugly ass bitch body. You're like, what the fuck, dude? That's like too much. Like, what did you do? What did you do? You're like, what did you say? No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't be fucking putting bitches and fucking dudes' names on your bodies. Keep your fucking tattoos off your face. Facts, please. It's just a lot. Okay? I know that everybody's got their trends and shit, but the tribal tattoos that have been going on people's face, sometimes they're crooked. That's really embarrassing. And my stepdad, he got a tattoo. It was supposed to say "Born Loser," and I don't know if his friend was fucking with him or not, but they put "Born Loser." So you guys are going to watch these fuckers these days. I love you. Hi. Hi, King and Great Master. I haven't seen you before. I love you guys.